It's much easier if you see that the, well, omega equals 40 degrees per second equals 2 pi over 9 radians per second. So we just multiply the angular velocity by the radius with no conversion factors. Now, the conversion factors probably involved in calculating omega if you estimate in degrees, right? But we don't really want to do that. And I'll show you in a minute exactly why we don't want to do that. Okay? So that's this. The bottom line then is, if we know omega in radians per second, we just multiply that by the distance from the axis and we have how fast we're moving. Okay? Now you got to understand what a radian is. Theoretically, you've had pre-calculus. You've had geometry. You're supposed to learn about radians in geometry. Mostly geometry's been dumbed down to where you probably don't, but in pre-calculus certainly. Okay? If you've had a good pre-calculus course. If you haven't, again, it's an easy idea that I'll kind of go over real quick here. Right? Okay? Now, before I do that, let's see why we want this whole thing to be in radians per second. And you pretty much know this from calculus.